You know, I've written 4 really brilliant monologues in the event that your voice gives out.
Okay. All right.
They've got nothing to do with sports.
If the Mets blow this lead and I scream and I lose my voice, well, then it's on me and then it's on you.
Well, but then I would argue that you were a dope.
You could tell me all about that great caught stealing play the White Sox had tonight. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
Terrible. What do you want?
Dude, that was a Little League play.
Where, what, you didn't get a throw home and the guy got to second base?
The runner when you have runners at first and third and you let the runner from first steal second because you're probably not going to throw him out. You don't want the guy to score from third.
So you cut it off.
White Sox threw the ball down to second. Not only did they not get the guy at second, runner scored from third. That is a 10-year-old Little League play that you guys failed to execute tonight.
As I argued yesterday on the show with Rich Ornberger in your stead, Dr. Rich came and gave us a house call. I argued that if you're going to fail spectacularly. Now 27 and 75 on the season. We're no longer at Carlton Fisk Day. We've gone beyond.
Well, you may be stuck at 27 for a while.
Could be.
I mean, I don't know that it's all of a sudden not going to be a fait accompli. Well, 28, 29, 30 wins.
But it's all right, let's go after the 62 Mets.
Yeah, why not? Anything worth doing
Let's
is
get
worth
past
doing
the 2003 Tigers, straight past the 62 Mets. Let's go. We got a guy named Chucky behind the plate now, so it's great.
We also now have I would say today, the beginning of all the training camp drama as teams are getting set to report. We're finding out who's showing up, who's not showing up, and boy, is this going to be fun because in the last hour, we've got the news. CeeDee Lamb will not report to Cowboys camp. He wants a new contract. CeeDee Lamb, who is at worst, whatever your opinion is, the third best receiver in the NFL. This, number one, it's going to be fascinating because you know Jerry Jones being all in on this season. But second, I think of the Cowboys when you think of what the offseason they've had, right? Just think about this for a second. I think about like with McCarthy and, you know, trying to put out orders and Jerry Jones is kind of usurping him by putting out his own orders and the Cowboys don't know him. No one knows which way the team is going, how the team is being run, who's in charge of the team. And I kind of feel like the Cowboys have turned into season 1 of The Bear. Remember in the pilot episode when you know Richie and Carmy are fighting over who's going to control the restaurant?
Yeah.
And Carmy keeps saying, no spaghetti, no, it doesn't sell, no spaghetti. And Richie keeps saying, no, go make the blanket spaghetti. We need spaghetti. I feel like McCarthy's saying, no spaghetti, no spaghetti. No, go make the spaghetti, man. Are we making spaghetti? And everybody in the kitchen's going, I don't know. Are we making the spaghetti or not making the spaghetti? I don't understand. That's the Dallas Cowboys. That's the Dallas Cowboys.
Cost efficiency and optimal conditions. And right now, yes, I'm guessing a game of 3-card Monty being played between Stephen Jones and Jerry. And there's 3 cards. There's a CeeDee Lamb card, there's a Micah Parsons card, and there's a Dak Prescott. And they play best out of 5, best out of 27, best out of 9,094. Now, this one tells me I got to pay Dak.
This, and why is this story better than all the others? Because we've told you from the beginning what Jerry Jones' strategy was going into the season, right? We all know about the all-in stuff, and we talk, hey, his all-in means I'm not spending on 2025, on 2024. I'm all in on this season, and then
we'll figure it out.
What people don't understand is that there are going to be big, sweeping changes with the Cowboys after this season because the Cowboys aren't going to be good. It's going to be a new head coach. It's going to be a new quarterback. It's going to be a new everything. And Jerry Jones doesn't want to get locked into any more contracts than he has to. CeeDee Lamb holding out. Micah Parsons wants a new deal. He's already spent so much bad money. And he has said time and again this offseason, I'm going to be around a long time. He doesn't need to go, I need to go the quick fix and try to get in here. No, I'm going to be around a long time. This is the dreaded bridge season for the Dallas Cowboys because people don't understand just how different things are going to look next year. He could decide I'm going to go get Bill Belichick. He could decide I'm going to go get Aaron Rodgers because the Jets have cut. Whatever it is, this is what's going to happen. And why this is fascinating is because Jerry Jones does not want to pay CeeDee Lamb. Doesn't want to pay anybody. He don't want to pay anybody until offseason 2025 getting into it. And now CeeDee Lamb has called the bluff saying, you'll pay me because you love me and you drafted me. Just like you paid Zeke, just like you paid Dak the last time, just like you pay everybody else, right? You will pay me because you love me. He is calling Jerry Jones's bluff that in the end, you're not going to be able to get along without me. You're going to give me money. And this is where you're really going to find out how dug in Jerry Jones is on 2024 and 2025. And if you think he's suddenly going to cave on CeeDee Lamb, let me just remind you that he is now okay with losing Dak Prescott. They didn't give him, didn't sign a new deal, he is a free agent after this season is over. So barring a big trip to the NFC title game, which is not happening because the Cowboys are going to stink, he is going to be somewhere else next year. And for all I've seen him, no, he has decided Dak, his guy, Dak. I drafted Dak way after everybody else. Dak, who is his guy, he is not going to pay. He is okay with losing Dak. Do you really think that means suddenly CeeDee? Well, I got to keep CeeDee Lamb? You think he's going to cave for CeeDee Lamb because he always caves? I'm going against the grain with this and tell you that they figure out something that's a Band-Aid for this year, and that's the best CeeDee Lamb is going to get. There's not going to be a new deal. It's not going to be some crap. There'll be a Band-Aid for this year, and that's going to be the best we get, and eventually CeeDee Lamb's going to come in. He is not going to win this with Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones has decided this is the year I'm sticking to my guns, and we're going to wait it out and get to next season, and then you are going to see change.
Look at that. He's got $18 million that he's scheduled to make this year. The Prescott thing is intriguing to me just from in the giant void. Like, they're not going to be bad enough to where you're at the top of the draft, right? You still have the Giants and that train wreck that we've gotten to watch unfold on the offseason Hard Knocks profile. You've got the Washington Commanders, who folks are trying to just, figure out one team that I'm going to put it all here. And if it goes wrong, nobody's going to care. But with some good offensive weaponry there and a refurbished kind of identity that perhaps, they make a little bit of noise. But really, it's a two-team race, assuming Sirianni and Jalen Hurts get along over in Philadelphia, that the Cowboys are still viable in that wild card mode. Either way, Dak Prescott, when we look at the pantheon of quarterbacks, he may not be your favorite, but there's an awful lot of quarterbacks that are really, really not good in this league, right? We talk regular season quarterbacks. I'm going to start that list and see how many people I can piss off between Peyton Manning, Aaron Rodgers, and then somewhere on that list is Dak Prescott. We'll go through that as we go. But who are you finding out there? Maybe Aaron Rodgers shakes free, but do you want a 41-year-old Aaron Rodgers? No, you don't.
Look, and I'm not saying.
So I think out of all of those three guys, I stay with it. If I have to make my choice, I'm sorry. Micah Parsons is great. CeeDee Lamb is great. Quarterbacks don't grow on trees.
Well, look, you look at next year, who's going to be available, right? You look and say, Kirk Cousins likely is going to be available next year.
Okay,
so Kirk Cousins is likely going to be out there.
Is he any better than Dak?
No, but he's going to be a hell of a lot cheaper than Dak would be. You're talking about Dak's going to get over $60 million a year. Like that's a lot.
Captain
right?
Kirk's the greatest businessman in the history of the NFL. He ain't going to be that much cheaper.
No, but
especially
he will be
if
less.
He plays reasonably well. Because Atlanta's another team that people are firing on in terms of the betting markets and what they've got in offensive weaponry. You remember, Bijan Robinson will not be in the hell in the cell. He actually will get out and make plays for you this time.
You're going to see the Cowboys wait because look, there's always quarterbacks who are going to wind up being available. There's always guys who wind up, but there will be a couple off the top of my head who say, okay, they'll be available next year. This guy will be available next year. Whether it's an upgrade or not, they're going to wind up being available. Kyler Murray might wind up being available, and Jerry Jones might love to go get